Hello, everybody.
Good morning, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right, Chris, you picked the movie Margin Call.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch this movie for a long time.
Sure.
I'm familiar with the director, but I've actually never seen his movies. Never seen any of his movies. J.C. Chander, which, can you guess what movie that he just had in theaters?
No idea.
Kraven the Hunter.
Really?
Look, this guy has had a career path, right?
Apparently.
I believe this movie, Margin Call, is his directorial debut. I remember when it came out, it's kind of an indie film, got great reviews, right? Then he goes into a movie, which I have this DVD, still has the wrapper on it. I just bought it.
I have some of those too that I've never actually opened up and watched.
He made a movie called A Most Violent Year with Oscar Isaac. Also got great reviews, got a little indie film. And then he makes, I think, Triple Frontier with Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac. That was that Netflix movie.
The Netflix thing, yeah. I did watch that. It's fine.
I missed it. It's either that I think I started it and I fell asleep, but still missed it. And then he makes Kraven the Hunter. What a career.
So this guy's chasing paychecks, it kind of sounds like.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
And I think he also made that Robert Redford movie, All Is Lost.
Is that the one where he's lost at sea? I've not seen it.
I haven't either, but I've heard great things about his early work. I've been wanting to watch this forever, so when I saw this pop up, I got so excited.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. I know it is. It was recommended a lot when you watch The Big Short as another economic calamity movie. I don't know if it's the same economic disaster. I don't know if it was the housing market crash in 2008. Or if it's some other calamity, but I'm pretty sure this is based on a true story, but I don't know what apocalyptic event economically that it's based on, or that it covers.
I think my assumption, because I remember the trailer, obviously, and I think it was on Hulu for a long time. I just remember seeing the thumbnail for it, and I just never got around to it. But I did think it was about 2008. Then obviously Big Short comes out,
right?
And we did The Big Short on the channel, obviously.
Yeah.
Great film. So I'm really looking forward to following this movie up.
Sure.
Following up with this movie. We're going to find out, because it could be, or it could just be a fictitious story,
Right, yeah. Well, we should be able to figure it out, hopefully.
Yeah.
I do believe this is one of Kevin Spacey's final movies back when it was okay to be Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. How that guy has fallen from grace.
He's
Not a good guy.
He's pretty well buried.
Yeah.
He fell way under the grace line, but that's okay. He still has some good movies. I still watch them, never forgetting, of course, that Kevin Spacey is a monster.
Still a fan of The Usual Suspects.
Me too. Love The Usual Suspects. Love L.A. Confidential.
Oh yeah.
Guy's still a monster.
Yeah.
All right. But enough about Kevin. Speaking of which, enough about Kevin, yesterday I watched Halt and Catch Fire, right? And this is I don't know what happened, but I didn't know until it was done when I was putting the video up. I get to the end of the video and I start playing it when I'm editing it and everything to put it on for Patreon. And I said, "Good morning, everybody. Joe here from Watch This with Joe and Kevin." And I didn't catch it. I didn't correct myself. I just went on with my morning. I don't know what was going on with my brain. I introduced myself as Joe yesterday and never caught it.
When I do Game of Thrones, I'll introduce myself as Kevin.
Right, to restore balance to the Force.
By the way, on Game of Thrones, when I'm doing it, every time Cersei's talking to her Uncle Kevin, I think about that. Uncle Kevin.
Okay. I won't say anything bad about my nephew. We'll go ahead and get started here, guys. Thanks for being here with us, and thanks again, Chris. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers, of course, for being here with us as well. Thank you, guys. You picked 98% of the movies we watch, and you don't let us down. Give a special thank you to all of our super patrons: AB, Actuarial Lurker, Ballish Fulldesk, Chris, Derek Peterson, MTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Sudugunda Varapu, Torgir Lingstad, Trey Contreras, Ware Panda 47, Natasha Norris, and Yannick from Montreal. As always, guys, thank you so much. We are incredibly glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are. Thank you, guys. And if you're watching this the first time on YouTube, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we've coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and all the other stuff that we've watched or watching, check out that Patreon link in the description below. On everything on Patreon, on the shows we're way ahead, you're going to have to sync and watch along in your own source material, though. We follow the copyright laws, so just going to see and hear us.
Yeah.
These movies make me very much distrust the banking system so much.
It's something that I've never aspired to,
Right.
but at the same time I'm fascinated by.
Oh, sure.
Like, how can you be so slimy and schemy?
It's all about self-preservation, and so many people get burned when it is.
It's best to ignore it, keep your head down, go back to work. Don't watch.
Being audited?
I don't know if they're being audited. I think this might be the corporate headquarters coming down to see if they can salvage anything.
Okay.
I wouldn't assume audited because I don't think, remember, nobody got in trouble.
That's a good point.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
there was no legal.
This is about 2008, probably.
Right.
Excuse me?
Eric Dale.
He's my boss. He's down the hall.
Think they're firing people?
They might be, yeah.
Mr. Dale. This way.
I don't think this is feds because they're being so polite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the feds are like, you're coming with us.
Yeah, get up and get away from the desk.
Come
They have everyone in there together like a kill room floor, you think?
I'm thinking so.
Or they're doing it one at a time.
We saw something similar on Succession.
Yeah.
Kendall goes in.
Look, I run risk management. I don't really see how that's a natural place to start cutting
We hope you
jobs.
understand.
Okay, so this is the company. Yep.
447 to either take the offer or it will be revoked. Do you understand?
Yes?
Take the offer.
Yeah, for sure.
Due to the highly sensitive nature of your work here, the firm has to take certain precautions for security purposes that may,
We're going to pat him down on the way out the door?
and this gentleman will take
Gonna
you
walk
to your
him out.
office so
Yeah.
you can clear
Oh
out
my
your
gosh.
personal belongings.
He was in The Rainmaker. He was the guy that wrote the stupid letter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Please contact me in the next few weeks if you need any assistance with this transition in your life.
They were nice about it.
Oh, God.
But still, that sucks.
No, it does.
For 19 years.
Are they cutting this department because they were aware of the problem coming? You know what I mean? It's like rather than have these people know, let's just get rid of them. I didn't think I heard him mention it, but I guarantee there's an NDA involved in it.
I was
severance
thinking
too.
about that
Yeah.
too. We're taking your cell phone.
And
You're
you
gonna
are to sign this.
Yeah.
It was a bloodbath.
I heard.
He has other people leaving behind him.
All right, well, good luck.
Will, come here.
Don't hit him.
Right.
I was just in the middle of a lot right here that I think somebody needs to take a look at.
That's the whole point, is they don't want anyone looking at it.
They're telling us everybody needs to get out of here. Just leave this stuff. This is not your problem anymore.
It's about to be a lot of people's
That's why
problems.
he's being fired.
Good luck.
Okay, so this is an interesting perspective into this.
These are the guys that tried to whistle blow and warn everybody. I get the feeling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have that security guy goon over his shoulder there on the way out the door.
It's a really smart choice to shoot it that way, you know?
For sure.
Eric, I'm very sorry. Did they say what was going to happen with us?
Yeah.
But, you guys will be all right. I'll see you around, okay? All right. Thank you.
Nice of him.
Yeah.
Like, really, I'm going to the elevator, man.
Yeah, I'm at the elevator.
Yeah, my hands are full.
Are they really gonna? They're probably gonna follow him all the way off the property.
I would imagine so.
You were the person around here that
I know.
I got this guy breathing down my neck, so I'll see you later.
I was working on something, but they wouldn't let me finish it. So, take a look at it. Be careful.
Yeah. Don't look at it at work.
Kind of surprised the security guard didn't grab that. Yeah, maybe don't look at that drive at work, take it home or something.
We're sorry. The telephone you were calling.
Yeah.
They weren't lying.
Yeah. They shut it all down.
You shut off my phone?
Eric, I didn't do anything.
She's not really denying it at this point, is she? I get it.
That would feel good.
Yeah, it would.
There he is. Mr. Grabby.
Such a good actor too.
I know.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
You think?
Way worse.
I'm out of Nicorette. Which means in about 10 minutes I'm gonna kill someone.
My dog is dying.
I'm sorry.
Just got a phone with the vet. Tumor on her liver.
Oh.
Like $1,000 a day already, just trying to keep her alive. I don't have a clue what to do about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one thing you can do.
3 of every 7 guys who were standing between you and your boss's job are gone.
This is gross.
It's so gross.
And that is how this firm, over 107 years,
I wonder what firm it is.
Bear Stearns,
Right.
Stanley
That's
Morgan, all so many of them. Goldman Sachs.
Now that could be a fictitious element of the story, where it's just like
Right.
a made-up firm or something, you know? He doesn't feel great about it. I mean, unless he's just bummed
Unless
out
it's
about his dog.
Everyone's going out, man. You should, come on.
I wouldn't want to go party after that.
No.
The grads are still alive.
That's true, yeah.
He's gonna look at the thumb drive, isn't he?
I don't think you should do it there.
I don't think so either.
Security can see your computer screen,
Obviously,
buddy.
yeah. It also begs the question, if he's in charge of everything, does he know what's coming?
I think it has to. I kind of feel like, I don't know if this is before or after. You know what I mean? Before,
Yeah.
like, the shoe really drops.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. I mean, that is sad.
oh my Chicken.
I feel more for the dog than I do for him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, whatever it is, it's big.
Yeah. It's a great reaction shot,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
The camera lowering down on him.
That's the.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah,
shot.
it is, isn't it? Yeah. Someone who was let go. Maybe Tucci.
Probably the Tooch, yeah.
I don't hold on a second. It's loud. Just give me a second.
Who answers the phone in the middle of a club like that?
No, right.
There's no point.
What?
Well, our boss got axed, so technically he is our boss, and yes, that is what I want you to do.
Why?
The apocalypse is coming? Yeah.
Back here now.
All right, we'll be there in 10.
Don't tell Demi more.
Last Friday and Wednesday. Two Fridays ago.
All right, I get it.
Yeah, he knows something too.
Yeah.
Where the is Eric Dale?
I don't know. I tried to call him. His phone's off.
What do you mean?
They turned everybody's phone off
Yeah.
All is home.
at this hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's right.
Looks right to me. It does.
That's why they fired him.
Yep.
Have him call me the moment he comes in, but the moment he walks through the door.
Yeah, he's having his own dark night of the soul.
But I think Dale was fired because he was ringing the bell.
The
on
higher
this.
ups were
Yeah.
are aware of this.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, I think so too.
Email it to me.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
So he's not in on it either.
I'm on my way.
Yeah. But if the higher ups did know, that is an explanation for the bloodbath.
It is.
At the end of the day, one guy wins, one guy loses.
Be a whole lot of losers here pretty soon.
Yeah, everybody loses this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he figured out what Eric was missing.
And?
It's not great. Yeah.
It gets ugly in a hurry.
And how close to those limits have we gotten?
You're hitting them.
Look what happens when we get on the wrong side of it.
Yeah. You lose all value.
Yeah.
Interesting they're not showing us.
Yeah, I like that.
They haven't showed us any time that they've been doing this.
It's all reaction.
I don't know. What do I know?
Get him back here. Get him back here.
The guys in charge don't understand this.
Just give up looking for him.
Yeah. Apparently.
All right. So what do you think Rogers makes in a year?
It's all this guy's obsessed with, isn't he?
Yeah.
Will Emerson made $2.5 million.
He just told you
No,
that.
I asked him, but yeah, he told me. I don't know. Does it seem right to you? Right. I mean, right is.
No, it doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, okay. Realistic New York traffic.
Why didn't you just take the subway? These guys would never take a subway. Never mind. But you'd get there a lot faster.
You would. You had some stock guys take the subway and Joker. Remember that?
Right, yeah.
We're going to get a second opinion on your work, Peter.
From whom, though?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go right into the introductions. This is Sarah Robertson, who you know.
Oh, no.
Who do you have left in your risk department?
As of today, that would be Peter.
Yeah, he looked right at her, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. My thesis was a study on the ways that friction ratios affect steering outcomes in aeronautical use under reduced gravity loads.
How did he get a job in finance?
You're a rocket scientist.
I was.
He wanted to make money.
He's got a PhD in engineering.
Yeah.
The money here is considerably more attractive.
Than a rocket scientist.
Because their first impulse is this guy's stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it would appear we have a problem.
Oh, thank you for that.
Is this where these guys start offloading their
shares?
Their position on bonds?
For normal operations, would it take your people to clear that from our books?
Yeah, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah, weeks. But you certainly know that our business is selling and buying.
Yeah.
This whole thing comes to an end, and right quick.
That's what they end up doing. Yeah. They're not going to warn anybody. They're going to offload. They're going to quietly offload their bonds.
Oh, yeah. They just left the room and go do it.
Why would they still be on the books?
Because suddenly nobody wants to buy them.
Sam, will you give me a
Yeah.
I called his wife. He hasn't come home yet, and we turned off his phone today.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't pretty.
Well, what ain't pretty?
Selling off their toxic stock or toxic bonds.
We meet again in 45 minutes.
It's going to get so dirty, isn't it?
Yo, so dirty.
So dirty.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to sell the crap out of my shares.
Yeah. Just going to let it all implode.
Already have.
That's where he went.
It's a long way down.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're about to find out.
When all is said and done, they do not lose money. They don't mind if everybody else does, but they don't lose.
Yeah, they don't care that they almost crashed the entire world economy.
They're not going to jail either.
Nope. That's who they called. Probably the big guy.
Yeah.
Seems like we actually may have just woken up.
Right. Party's over.
Yeah, it is.
No, I want you to hear this.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
I don't want to hear this. Why do you think I've stuck around this place so long?
Yeah, I'm not in the wrong meeting.
Yeah. I love that he's quite literally a rocket scientist.
Right.
You know?
I'm assuming this isn't a real firm, that this is fictionalized, but this is what happened in every firm when they found this out.
Yeah.
No sugarcoating, do not change a word of it. No one here is smart enough, including the rocket scientist.
He's already in there waiting for you.
Let's see who it is. Of course, Jeremy Irons.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Jeremy Irons, yeah.
Page 13.
Jared, it's a little early for all that. Just speak to me in plain English.
Nobody seems to know anything. Yeah.
Speak as you might to a young child. Or... God. It wasn't brains that got me here, I can assure you of that.
Oh, clearly.
God, that seems to be everybody here.
Yeah. Several different tranches of rating classification in one tradable security.
The CDOs.
Mm-hmm. But the key factor here is these are essentially just mortgages, so that...
Yep.
So you are saying this has already happened?
Sort of.
People are foreclosing. They can't pay their mortgage.
Be greater than the current market capitalization of this entire company.
So?
We gotta get rid of them.
Yeah.
Do you care to know why I'm in this chair with you all? I mean, why I earn the big bucks?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, if this is important right now.
I'm here to guess what the music might do a week, a month.
He's telling you.
Well, you missed it.
What do you have for us?
Sell.
Yeah, none of it's pretty, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. It sure is a hell of a lot easier to just be first.
Sell it all.
Mm-hmm.
If I made you, how would you do this?
And by 2 o'clock, you're going to be selling at 65 cents on the dollar if you're lucky. And then the feds are going to be in here up your ass.
Yeah.
And you're selling something that you know has no value.
We are selling to willing buyers at the current fair.
What a scumbag.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you? This is it!
I like the pushback.
I do too. Everyone gets a bailout from the
it's 4
taxpayers anyway after this.
They do.
Except the taxpayers.
Eric Dale.
And where is he?
We have been trying to locate him.
If I was Eric Dale, I'd be like, no, have fun with this.
We meet back here in an hour.
I with you. If I was him, I'd be like,
no, you fired me. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm not here to help you do this horrible thing.
Enjoy Armageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you want to be complicit in that?
Right.
No.
If you're the first out of the door, that's not called panicking.
That's just called wrong. I mean,
yeah,
that's morally so gross. So we got a smidge of this aspect in Big Short, but not
for
really.
Sure. When they were overvaluing the bonds, when everything was showing that they should be collapsing because these guys were lying and offloading their bonds.
Yeah.
No, you and I with John.
She doesn't care.
I'm not looking for a sense of comfort here, Sarah. I don't think there's one to be found.
Yeah.
And you damn well know it'll be together.
I'm not sure that I do know that.
You both deserve to go down.
Yeah. Again, it's all just self-preservation for them.
That's what it's shifting to now.
Yep.
He's alive, he's home, doesn't want to speak to us, and he doesn't know that she rang me.
Where does he live?
Heights.
To go get him and try to bring him here, but you got to be back by 6 a.m.
All right.
You just steal him from his house? Get in the car.
May I come in?
Of course. Please sit down.
Her office looks like it's on the Death Star, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Sarah, I need a head feed to the traders on the floor on the board.
Is it going to be yours?
Is it me or
hers?
Cohen?
Yeah.
It's you.
She is the one that fired Dale.
What goes around comes around.
Right.
You're going to be well taken care of here.
I'm sure.
I'd really appreciate it if you didn't fight me on this.
How calm he is. It's like, it's menacing.
Take the money and walk away.
Yep.
We all this one up pretty good.
That's the first thing I've said that he said that I've agreed with.
Right.
They'll go over the numbers with you downstairs.
She's going to make out with millions and millions of dollars. I do not feel bad for her at all.
Often, what is right can take on multiple interpretations.
No, it can't.
Yeah, screw you, the mentalist.
If he doesn't, we need to know that you will.
So basically, Kevin Spacey's going to be out here in a minute.
Yeah, he's going to be gone.
He and I have always had the same interpretation of what's right.
All
nice.
Right. Cool.
Okay,
good.
good. Yeah.
He's always like a slime ball in movies.
He is, isn't he?
Even the Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, screw you and your good hair.
Guy does have great hair.
Amazing. This is so interesting. Like, I love the way they're doing this movie. It's the opposite of these Wall Street movies that we've seen. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Those movies are always like
about
loud
the traders
and bombastic. You know?
Right, yeah. Okay. I thought Spacey might have been one of the slime balls at the beginning of the movie. Obviously, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
He was not involved in all of this.
All right.
Here comes the day of evil.
They're got to hustle. The sun's coming up. They have to make it back with them by 6. It's got to be like 5 in the morning at this point.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Hey.
So we saw your flash drive.
So Peter finished the model you were working on. Caused a storm.
I bet it did.
You think he's right?
I know he's right.
I mean, I guess he might get his job back.
I'll pay you.
I've been paid enough already. Well, I guess you better get back over there. Thanks for coming by.
You're welcome.
Right, yeah.
Well, I would imagine it's the firm's people. I don't want any loose ends.
He fired me. Them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to fight you on everything. They're going to fight you on your package, your options, everything.
It's an NDA. They didn't get an NDA, and that's why they're bringing him back.
Well, you're a better man than me.
I agree.
That's always been true.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have gotten in that car either.
Yeah, I'd be done. I'd be wash my hands of it.
Right.
It is kind of a cool mic drop, though. The day you get fired, you're like,
right.
Have fun.
We need you back just to give you a lot of money to shut up.
What is that?
Buying him off. That's got to be a check, right?
Well, John, I am completely with the firm as I always have been. Excuse me.
It's not over yet. I don't know.
No.
Oh, wow. He's breaking down a little bit.
Listen, nothing I'm going to say is going to make you feel any better. It's just going to suck for a while, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Thank you. That's the perspective all these people should have.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry this is happening to you.
I'm not.
This is really going to affect people.
Yeah, it's going to affect people like me.
Real people.
Thank you.
Finally.
I can't believe he's the one to say that.
You want one?
I don't smoke.
Oh, that's good. I don't much either.
It's a good day to start.
Right.
We all getting fired tonight?
Probably.
They gonna fire you?
Well, they won't exactly call it that.
They'll buy him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like this?
No, never. Not even close.
Sell off of trillions of dollars in toxic assets before anyone knows what's happening? No.
Oh, dude. Like he said, it's going to suck for a while, then you'll be fine.
He's 23. He thought he had it made for life.
Well,
he's counting everybody's take-home salaries.
This is a fake character, but I wonder what this guy who had this experience, wonder what he's doing right now, because it's much better than what I'm doing.
Right. I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Still, in the moment, pretty scary.
For sure.
Yeah. And this guy.
Right. He keeps his job. He's rich, just across the board.
You're about to fire me.
Didn't even argue, right? I didn't even
He's
say.
like, yeah, well.
This is all I've ever wanted to do.
You can still do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Why is this the only thing? I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, I get it. You want to make money, but don't understand that.
It is a lot of money. I mean, working for hedge funds and stuff, it's a lot of money really fast.
I guess.
If you can't play ball and you're not a good artist, this is the quickest way for some guy to just get rich. Yeah.
You as well, huh?
I'm kind of surprised he came in.
I am too.
$176,471 an hour to sit quietly in this room.
Well, okay. Then,
I get it. Yeah, I'd be in the room.
At the time, it didn't seem like there was much of a choice.
It never does.
He's being very gracious with everybody about
really
this. Have to rally the troops here with this crap.
Now, I'm supposed to read this statement to you all here, but why don't you just read it on your own time, and I'll just tell you what's going on here. I have expressed this reality to the executive committee.
Yeah, because they're about to screw over everybody they've worked with.
Yeah.
Dealers, brokers, clients, your mother if she's buying.
Oh my God, Kevin Spacey, come on.
The ground is shifting below our feet, and apparently there's no other way out.
So we did play ball.
Yeah, but he didn't sugarcoat the reality of it.
No, he didn't.
Big carrot in front of him on the money. We're going to go do this awful thing.
I cannot promise that any of you, all of you, some of you will be repositioned within the firm.
So take the money, basically.
Yeah.
For the greater good. Here's your packets. Get to work.
They bought him off well.
Yeah, look at his face.
Even he's like, I can't believe he did that. Yeah. I really like the writing here that he was the only one that was like, real people are about to get really screwed over here.
Kind of the slimier guy.
Yeah, the slimiest guy was the one. Yeah.
And
he's the only one that mentioned the people that are about to get destroyed.
The guy who's been asking, how much money does he make?
Yeah.
93.5.
Done.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Where's it from? Do you care?
No, not really.
Oh my God.
Slimy bastard.
Come on, you still angry about that?
Word is out. I'm hanging up now.
Okay, so yeah, people now it's afternoon. Yep.
What is that? That's a $131 million loss on a single trade.
I understand.
It's the end of the day. You're
Yeah.
done.
And by 4 o'clock, yeah.
And you guys just crashed everything.
Yep.
I just want to give you a heads up. They're going to start sending a few people home now.
Now?
Yes, Sam. No loose ends.
That's dirty. Good Lord.
After they just had the worst day ever.
I guess someone upstairs really likes you.
I don't think I'd want to stay after that. He
No.
got a big payout. Just leave. He's about to have his crack moment here finally.
Oh, man.
I want my bonus. I'm out.
You'll get your bonus, your options, and keep your current base, but I need you to stay with me for the next 24 months, okay?
You're going to be in front of Congress for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm starting to feel a little better about this whole thing.
God.
Luckiest guys in the world, Sam. Could have been digging ditches all these years.
And if I had, at least there'd be some holes in the ground to show for it.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's all just the same thing over and over. We can't help ourselves. Stop it or even slow it. We even ever so slightly...
None of it's my fault. That's it. None of it's my fault.
There may be more of us today than there's ever been, but the percentages, they stay exactly the same.
Just being hit with
There's
the,
no
the truth
accountability.
there. Yeah.
I'll do it, John, but not because of every little speech, but because I need the money.
That's why I did it today.
Yeah. Curious to see where he ends up.
You gonna keep the kid?
Keep him. He's getting promoted.
Oh.
It's all hands on deck now, Sam. There's going to be a lot of money to be made coming out of this mess. And we...
Oh, you're such a slime ball.
I know. Wow.
And that's what a lot of the richest people did, was that the stock market ends up crashing and they end up buying a bunch of stocks.
Yeah.
They get bailout money and they buy back of their own corporate stocks.
Also, what's interesting, too, is the fact that Quinto's character seemed like he was the moral character in the story.
Right.
Ends up getting promotion. The other character ends up being fired.
He wasn't the moral character. He was just the one that found the problem. I thought he was too.
Yeah,
I thought he
first,
was the moral character too, but he clearly wasn't.
Oh, his dog?
Yeah.
I've called the police.
Mary.
What are you doing?
Ex-wife then?
Sam, what are you doing?
I completely forgot Mary McConnell was in this. Yeah, Mary McConnell was in this too.
I was driving home from the vet and I couldn't think of where else to go. She belongs here.
But Sam, you don't live here anymore.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, it's been a rough day all the way around.
Well, I'm gonna go back inside and the alarm is on, so don't try and break in.
Is that her only scene, I guess?
Yeah.
Cool. Nice to see her.
Yeah.
That's how we end the film.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the fact that, you talked about, we were speculating, like, who has the moral high ground in this? And the answer ends up being nobody.
Nobody.
Everybody takes the money. Everybody goes through the motions.
And that makes sense.
Nobody whistle-blows on anything.
Sure.
They're all villains. And that makes sense. That's because it's probably what happened,
Exactly.
Even the people like, boy, this sucks, still went ahead and did it all.
And, I think in the previous films that we've seen that kind of discuss matters like this, it's very clear who's right and who's wrong,
Sure,
right? It's easy to discern that. And this is a film, like you said, where everyone is morally just kind of screwed up, really.
Yeah. Nobody does the right thing.
And this is pre-Big Short, so I guess it's not really playing with that perspective, but at the same time, it kind of is with the Zachary Quinto character, because we're like, okay, he's going to do something about this, or try.
Mm-hmm.
But even in the end, even Stanley Tucci's character is like, I'm just going to come here and take the money.
Everyone's taking the money, right? No one's
taking the money.
Everyone's taking the buy off or the job.
Sure.
So, and it's all about, they kept saying it, no loose ends.
No loose
Everyone's
ends.
getting bought off and sent away, so that nobody actually whistleblows on anything. And there isn't one. And it could have been a number of people. It could have been Tucci easily. It wasn't. It was nobody. They all just took the money.
And ultimately, I mean, like, this is it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I guess, you might as well take the money and get out. But at the same time, it's like the fact that sitting here in 2025, we know that, like, nobody gets in trouble for this.
You're right.
But in the moment, you would think that one person's like, oh no, like, this is I'm telling somebody.
Somebody should have warned somebody that massive fraud was taking place because so many people lost so much. But, you know, no one cares about, obviously, the only one person who brought up real people suffering was shot down, you know, for even mentioning it. It's like, that's just even a stupid group of people to talk about. Real people, you know.
Yeah, they need us.
Yeah, they need us. They need what we do. Like, man, you have inflated yourself.
I know.
Yes, you know, there's, you know, money. People are living off the stock market.
Of course,
And there's money. There's money to be
yeah,
made on Wall Street, and some people benefit. But it was also mentioned, you know, at the end by Jeremy Irons, who was a complete creep in this movie.
He was.
There are always winners and always losers in these economic games. You know, there's only so much money in the universe. That means some people are going to make it and some people are going to be had. And that's just the monster that our capitalist system has created around the world, right?
Yeah,
There
sure.
there has to be people who are all that money doesn't just come from nowhere. There are people who have to lose and lose and lose and lose.
And it's true, but the fact that these guys almost are like, they're not giddy, but like the fact that they like,
well, they certainly don't care.
They revel in it, you
right?
know, and it's like, oh God, man, like,
well, it's like even the banks that they hosed here, right, on dumping that stuff.
Yeah.
They all get bailouts from the taxpayers. They all pay themselves their bonuses.
Yeah.
They all laugh all the way to the bank, and the rest of the money they took in bailouts they used to buy back their own stocks.
Yeah.
There was no hero here. The Big Short kind of covered a couple of those guys who tried to sound the whistle on
They
it,
did,
you
it
know?
did, yeah.
But it was a very small group.
Very small
you know?
group, and I encourage you guys, if you're watching this reaction and you haven't seen The Big Short, go check it out. Not just because we're in it, but
it's also a great book. I've read the book. It is a great book. Yeah.
But I think that it does break this down, and it really does kind of show the scale of the situation more. Obviously, the intent of this movie was much different, but like it's a good double feature with this. I feel like, you know?
Right. The Big Short really dealt with the aftermath of the fact that everyone was stupidly just going along at all these smaller banks.
Yeah.
You know, and the big banks too, but it didn't get much into the fact of this aspect of it, of when the banks realized what they had done, and then quietly dumped their positions. They covered that in The Big Short, right?
They did.
When all the guys were like, why, now that all these mortgages are going up and all this fraud is being revealed, why aren't the value of the bonds going down? Because these banks were inflating them so that they could dump them and get paid for them.
The hibachi scene where Steve Carell's just like having a meltdown. He's like, oh my God. And the guy's like, it's awesome, right? And he's like, it's not awesome.
No, there's nothing great. Let's compare how much money we have. How about I hit you in the face instead?
That was my takeaway from that movie. Is I just want to go through and roundhouse these people.
Everyone that lost their mortgage should be able to line these guys up and walk by and slap them one time a day.
We did see characters in that film that like we saw that family that ended up like they ended the film in a van.
And, the whole family, little kids,
you
know, lost their home that they were paying their rent on, but their landlord wasn't paying the mortgage.
I think I'd never seen it, but I remember when it came out because Andrew Garfield was in it and he was doing press for it. But there was a film that came out around the same time as this, and I think The Big Short. I think it's called 99 Homes.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
And I think it's about like
foreclosing. Is
it?
Okay.
And so you know. I don't want to make this a theme because this is obviously very dark subject material, but I would like to check that out sometime.
Sure.
I really do want to see that.
This was very good. It was very well done. I thought it was dramatized really well. The scope and the horror of the situation.
Yeah, it's just awful, shameful time in our history.
It really is. Good movie. Appreciate you, Chris. Thanks so much.
Thank you.